Have you ever wondered what would happen if you completely stopped eating for 5 entire days? I'm talking zero food, just water, and maybe some electrolytes. Well, I did exactly that, and what happened to my body was absolutely mind-blowing. By day 3, something incredible started happening that most people never get to experience. Stick around because I'm going to walk you through every single day of this journey, and I promise the results will shock you. Before we dive in, let me be crystal clear about something. I'm not a doctor, and this isn't medical advice. What I'm sharing is my personal experience with water fasting under careful monitoring. If you're considering anything like this, please consult with a healthcare professional first. Some people should never attempt extended fasting, including those with eating disorders, diabetes, or other medical conditions. Now, let's talk about why I decided to do this crazy experiment in the first place. After months of feeling sluggish, dealing with brain fog, and constantly craving junk food, I felt like my body needed a complete reset. I'd heard about the potential benefits of extended fasting from various health experts and researchers, and I was curious to experience it myself. Day 1 started with a mix of excitement and anxiety. The first thing you notice when you stop eating isn't hunger, surprisingly. It's the psychological challenge. Your brain is so programmed to reach for food at certain times that you feel this phantom urge to eat, even when you're not physically hungry. I spent most of the morning drinking water and keeping myself busy with work projects. By afternoon, I started feeling the first real pangs of hunger. Nothing too intense, just my stomach reminding me that lunch should have happened hours ago. The interesting thing is that these hunger waves come and go. They're not constant like you might expect. I noticed my energy levels were actually pretty stable, which surprised me. The evening of day 1 was probably the hardest part psychologically. Dinner time rolled around, and the ritual of cooking and eating is so deeply ingrained that I found myself opening the refrigerator out of pure habit. I had to consciously redirect my attention to other activities. Day 2 brought some unexpected changes. I woke up feeling lighter, both physically and mentally. The scale showed I was down about 3 pounds, which was mostly water weight and glycogen depletion. But here's what was fascinating, my mental clarity was starting to improve. That brain fog I'd been dealing with was beginning to lift. The hunger pangs on day 2 were more intense but shorter in duration. I learned that if you can push through a hunger wave for about 20 minutes, it typically subsides completely. Your body starts producing ketones as it transitions from burning glucose to burning fat for fuel. This metabolic switch is where things get really interesting. By the afternoon of day 2, I noticed my sense of smell becoming incredibly sharp. Food aromas that I might not have paid attention to before were suddenly overwhelming. Walking past a bakery felt like a sensory assault. This heightened awareness is actually an evolutionary adaptation that helped our ancestors find food during periods of scarcity. Day 3 was when the magic really started happening. I woke up with more energy than I'd felt in months. This might sound counterintuitive since I hadn't eaten in over 60 hours, but there's a scientific explanation. When your body fully transitions into ketosis, many people experience what's called the fasting high. Your brain starts running efficiently on ketones, which some researchers suggest might be a more stable fuel source than glucose. The physical changes were becoming noticeable too. My skin looked clearer, my eyes seemed brighter, and I felt more alert and focused than I had in ages. I was able to concentrate on complex tasks for hours without the usual afternoon energy crash. It was like someone had upgraded my operating system. One of the most surprising aspects of day 3 was how food obsession began to fade. While the first 2 days involved constant thoughts about eating, by day 3, food became less of a preoccupation. My body seemed to accept that we were in survival mode, and it was adapting accordingly. Day 4 brought some challenges. I experienced some mild dizziness when standing up quickly, which is common during extended fasting due to changes in blood pressure and electrolyte balance. This is why proper hydration and electrolyte management are crucial. I made sure to drink plenty of water with a pinch of high-quality salt. The mental benefits continued to compound on day 4. I felt emotionally stable, almost serene. There's something powerful about proving to yourself that you can go without something you thought was absolutely necessary. It builds a different kind of confidence and self-awareness. Day 5 was bittersweet because I knew my experiment was coming to an end. Physically, I felt strong and clear-headed. The total weight loss was about 8 pounds, though I knew much of that would return once I resumed eating. The real victory wasn't the weight loss, it was everything else. Breaking the fast on day 6 required careful planning. You can't just dive into a large meal after 5 days without food. I started with some bone broth, then gradually introduced easily digestible foods over the next few days. Your digestive system needs time to wake up properly. The lasting effects were remarkable. For weeks afterward, I noticed improved portion control, reduced cravings for processed foods, and sustained mental clarity. It was like hitting a reset button on both my metabolism and my relationship with food. The most profound realization was understanding the difference between true hunger and habitual eating. Most of the time when we think we're hungry, we're actually responding to psychological triggers, boredom, or routine rather than genuine physical need. Would I do it again? Possibly, but it's not something to take lightly. Extended fasting can be a powerful tool for some people, but it requires proper preparation, medical clearance, and careful monitoring. The experience taught me that our bodies are incredibly adaptable and that sometimes the most growth happens when we step outside our comfort zones. Remember, what worked for my body might not work for yours. Always prioritize your health and safety above any potential benefits. If you found this journey interesting, let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, and don't forget to subscribe for more health and wellness content.